good morning everyone, how are we all doing today? This is a little bit different start to one of my videos. I'm obviously driving, and from the title of the video you've probably guessed where I'm going to. It's a place called the Ardnamurchan Peninsula. It's on the west coast of Scotland. It is in fact the most westerly point of mainland UK. Now my sat-nav says that I've got an 8.5 hour journey to get up there, so I've set off a little bit early. It's just gone 5 o'clock in the morning. The route I'm planning to take, I'm going to go up the M1, up the A1 to Scotch Corner, take the A66 across to the M6, then the M74 up past Glasgow, along the banks of Loch Lomond, and eventually up through Glencoe, heading towards Fort William. Now, just before you get to Fort William, there's a place called Corran. There's a little ferry service there that takes you across Loch Linney, I believe. It's only a short journey, about 5-10 minutes, and the ferry runs every half an hour. The only problem I've got is you can't pre-book this ferry. It's on a first come first serve basis, so you have to queue up and take your turn. I'm hoping it's not going to be too busy, because the alternative to the ferry is you carry on up towards Fort William and round to the Ardnamurchan Peninsula, but that adds an extra hour and a half onto your journey. So what is a 8.5 hour journey then becomes a 10 hour journey, which obviously I don't want. Now I'm staying up there for 5 nights. I'm camping at a campsite called the Ardnamurchan campsite, which is just outside a village called Kilcoen. Once I do get up there, I'll show you a quick look round the campsite, but from what I've seen on videos, excuse me, it does look to be a very pretty campsite. It's right on the banks of water. So, like I said, we'll have a look when we get up there. If there is anything in particular to film on the way up there, then I obviously will do. But for now, touch wood, we're not going to have any problems. We'll have a safe and uneventful journey up there. So I'll catch you all later. the Corran ferry. It doesn't look as though it's too busy, which is a good thing. Just before you get here, there's a village called Onich, and the people at the campsite advise that when you're on the Ardnamurchan Peninsula, there is very limited access to fuel for your vehicles. There is a shop at Kilcoen that has got a petrol and diesel pump, but the people there say it's very hit and miss as to whether they actually have any fuel because it's so isolated. So there is a garage at a village called Onich, about 4 miles before you get to the Corran ferry. If you are bringing a vehicle up here, I'd advise to get filled up at that garage or before. Yeah, it looks as though we're going to get straight onto the ferry, which is very good. That was a stroke of luck. Straight onto the ferry, no waiting or anything, and it does only take 5 minutes to get across. There are parking areas and toilets here as well if you need them. It costs £12 one way to get across on the ferry. That's if you're in a vehicle. I believe that cyclists or foot passengers can travel for free. But don't quote me on that, check on the website. I've now got 43 miles to go to my destination, so I'll catch you all later. Right, so just a quick update. I believe I'm now on the Ardnamurchan Peninsula. The road from the ferry, initially for the first few miles, very good road, and then you come to a place called Strontian. Now, there are all the sorts of services there, shops and what have you, and you can actually get petrol and diesel there as well. So, if that's what you need, that's where you should head to. From Strontian, my sat-nav said it's 28 miles to Kilcoen. And the road from there is like this all the way. It's a single track road with passing places. Lots of blind bends, lots of ups and downs, and you've just got to take it nice and steady all the way. I think I've got about another 17 or 18 miles of this to get to Kilcoen. So, but it does look beautiful around here. You get a few of these cattle grids. Oh, there we go. As I say, it's a very twisty and up and down road. If there's anything else to film before we get to Kilcoen, I'll switch the camera back on. I'll catch you later. Right, so we've just come through the village of Kilcoen. So we're not far away from the campsite now. I must say this road has been an adventure in itself, just getting here. But here we are, and once we arrive at the campsite entrance, I'll just film us entering. Shouldn't be too long now. Yeah, so here we are at the campsite. Bit of a tricky entrance to get in, but no problem. Look at those views across there. This looks absolutely fantastic. I think I've got to park up here and go and check in. Right, so this is the Ardnamurchan campsite. What a fantastic spot it is as well. Got some fantastic views across the water. I'll have to find out what body of water that is, I don't know the name of it. But when you come here, you can actually just pitch up or just turn up without pre-booking. Obviously, I should imagine it does get busy in the summer months. If you have pre-booked, you just park your car up there, and then in this box here it'll have your booking form. Just fill your registration in and leave it in that black box down there. There was a member of staff here when I got here, so I didn't have to do that, just handed it to her with the payment. Just have a quick look around. Like I said, the setting is absolutely fantastic. I have pre-booked 5 nights here and a pitch with an electric hookup. And this is my pitch here. A lovely big area, plenty of room. And that blue hut up there, that's a washroom where you can wash your pots and everything. The bins are up there. And that door that's open, there's a couple of toilets and a couple of showers there. So we should be all set. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It should be really good. Like I said, the views are stunning. I don't think you could get a better campsite than this. But right, time to set the tent up and get sorted out. Yeah, I forgot to mention the price. For a non-electric pitch, it's just £13 a night. If you do want an electric pitch, it is £19 a night. It's not too bad at all. Right, so we're all set up in the tent now. The campsite itself, it does accept tents and motorhomes up to, I think it's about 6.3 metres long, something like that. Just check on the website. But they don't accept caravans for some reason. That's their decision, obviously. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video and you want to follow my Ardnamurchan adventures, please hit the like button and think about subscribing. It'd be much appreciated. And we'll catch you all tomorrow.